Hello again. Well, what did I hear about Obamacare and the HHS Secretary, whoever that might be in the future? Well, what I heard, according to what was on the media, is that HHS Secretary will determine the kind of care, if any, patients receive, even those patients that have their own private insurance. Yeah, if the HHS Secretary doesn't feel that you are deserving of whatever treatment, you're not going to get it. And if the hospitals or doctors provide that treatment, they're not going to be compensated for it. Yeah, so what's going to happen is exactly what Sarah Palin said would happen, and that's the death panels. Now, here you've got someone that's not a medical professional who is going to determine whether or not a patient that needs, possibly, and in many cases, a life-saving service will or won't receive it. You want to bet that a lot of Republicans are not going to get what they need, and a lot of Democrats will get what they need? Is it any different than what this administration has done through the IRS? I don't think so. This is completely insane. The administration's going to be the deciding factor as to whether or not a patient lives or dies. How completely crazy is this? Well, guess what? It is what it is. And you know what? It's not going to change. Not as long as this administration is in power. Obamacare is designed to destroy this country. It's going to take down the American health system. It's going to take down the economy. And it's going to kill an awful lot of people. It's actually going to be responsible for the death of hundreds of thousands of people that the HHS Secretary decides should not receive the life-threatening care that they desperately might need. They're going to have a very large panel to do this. They can't just rely on 5 or 6 people. You know, earlier on I had heard that the quote-unquote death panel will only be open between the hours of 9 to 5, 5 days a week. And hospitals will not be reimbursed for any services that they provide that have not been approved by the death panel. So if someone rolls into the hospital Friday evening after 5, well, the hospital cannot determine as to whether or not they can perform that service. So what happens? Well, the patient will wait until Monday, 9 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time, and then the death panel will determine as to whether or not that patient, assuming they're still alive at that point, can receive whatever treatment that they so desperately might have needed Friday evening. Is this nuts or what? I can't understand how our members of Congress can allow this to happen. But then again, I guess I can. What did I hear? NSA was asked if they captured all the information on members of Congress. They refused to answer the question. So what does that tell you? Well, they've all been compromised. If you've watched some of my previous videos, I've said that over and over. They have all been compromised. Everybody has been compromised. Everybody that could impact the direction of this country in either a positive or negative way have been compromised. We know the Democrats always stick together, so I got to believe that the majority of effort to spy on the Americans that are in Congress were done against the Republicans. And let's face it, most people have got a little bit of dirt, and NSA knows. No different than the Chicago machinery. Go back to when Senator Obama, before he became Senator Obama, ran for the Illinois Senate. What happened? Well, two of the folks that were way ahead of them in the polls, their sealed, confidential divorce information became public knowledge. And as soon as that happened, well, they fell way back in the polls, and Barack Hussein and Saint Obama led the pack. If you're an avid viewer, occasionally I might repeat certain aspects like I did right now. And the reason that is because my viewer base, thanks to the viewers that I have, is growing. I guess last month I had asked if the viewers would ask other people that they know to take a look and see if they wanted to join. And I guess in the last month we've added about 120 viewers. We're a little over 700. And as far as how many people have viewed the site, between Gabe Zollner and Gabor Zollner, well, it's close to 580,000. I'm looking for 1 million, folks. So keep up the good work, and look forward to not having to go into the hospital. Because if you do, and it's of a serious nature, you might not come out of the hospital. Sad, but reality is what it is.